I'm Nancy Showalter, and you're listening to Spirituality for the Politically Incorrect podcast. Welcome, all radical paradigm shifters and creative change makers. You who dare to create a better life and a better world. Tap into the power that resides within you and use that power for constructive change. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spirituality for the Politically Incorrect, the podcast dedicated to raising consciousness and empowering people who are open to looking at traditional interpretations of religion and spirituality in a new way, who are ready to claim their divine origin and be a catalyst for dramatic change in themselves, their families, their communities, and the world at large. Together, we will explore the teachings of the major world religions, including the wisdom teachings that have been brought forth in the last 100-odd years from the ascended masters who've mastered life in the physical world and have reunited with their God source in the ritual of the ascension. We'll look at the prophecy that we're meant to have a golden age and how we might be instrumental in making that happen, and what forces might be opposing that divine plan and what can be done about it. It's a time for awakening and action. I don't know about you, but as long as I can remember, I've wanted to know more about life, and I've actively pursued truth and enlightenment, exploring a number of different paths. In fact, I jokingly say that I was born with a mission to help people and to change the world. I even remember as a child asking my mother, "Can't you just feel the pain of the people in the world?" She looked at me a bit dubiously and said, "No." But somehow, I knew the world could be different, and I was here to help make that happen. Perhaps you've had some of these same feelings. I was born and raised in the Catholic faith, and actually I was quite devoted and drawn to the spiritual life. In fact, I almost went into the convent when entering high school. I had the application and everything. But again, somehow I knew that wasn't the path for me this time. There was one event of my young years that stands out as being a catalyst in helping me define and focus my life purpose. When in the 7th grade in the Catholic school, an assignment was given by the nun who was my teacher. Now, why she chose this particular assignment, I have no idea, but it turned out to be a pivotal experience for me. And that assignment was to turn in 3 wishes that I would have if I could have anything at all. Well, for me, this was a serious assignment, and I thought long and hard to come up with putting into words the 3 things that I thought were most important. So I turned in my 3 wishes, what I thought covered it all. The first one, all men know God, men meaning persons. The second one, everyone has perfect health. The third one, there's peace on earth. So that summed it up for me. And this is still my vision today. I truly believe that we're meant to have a golden age on this planet, and what we're experiencing right now is the ending of one era or age when all the karma, both positive and negative, is coming due. Now, in addition to my Catholic upbringing, I have studied the world's religions, some more than others, including the Ascended Masters and their wisdom teachings, brought forth in the 19th and 20th centuries through various messengers and amanuensis. And I lived and worked in a spiritual community for a number of years. My goal with this podcast is to share what I have learned and experienced and what I've been teaching and coaching others for over 30 years. The teachings from the Masters are not new. Rather, they are the outer revelation of truth that has been known throughout the ages by prophets, mystics, and saints, as well as ordinary individuals. And much of these teachings are being corroborated by science with the new quantum mechanics science. In many ways, the Master's teachings stand in stark contrast with much of modern-day thinking, especially in this current day and age. Yet in other ways, They ring true in the hearts of many and confirm what the soul already knows and experiences, but cannot always express or even recognize until it is placed before it. I do not claim to be anyone special or have any special powers other than what God grants us all. This podcast will explore a practical path of spirituality based on spiritual principles and teachings that are relevant to you, your personal life, and to current events. It is a path for those who are open-minded, serious about their spiritual life, yet joyful and optimistic about the future, and for those who want to create a better world, beginning with themselves. I will interview some guests periodically as we explore particular topics in more depth. And I'll share more about myself and my experiences in future podcasts. In the meantime, you can learn more about me and my background on my website at nancyshowalter.com. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss an episode, and I look forward to sharing this journey with you.
Nancy Showalter is the author of It's Okay to Be Rich, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Increased Wealth and Personal Mastery, and 2 mini-books, Quantum Living, Keys for Transformational Change, and Ascent Back to God, Wisdom Teachings for the Journey. She's a certified Law of Attraction life coach with a Bachelor of Arts degree from Western Illinois University in Liberal Arts with a concentration in peace and conflict resolution. Nancy has taught leadership skills and self-empowering principles and their practical application in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Latin America, and has supported men and women in one-on-one coaching and counseling.
I'm Nancy Showalter, and you've been listening to Spirituality for the Politically Incorrect. Thank you for being with me today, and if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe on iTunes. And to follow more of my work, visit me at nancyshowalter.com.